Hip hop game check.
NFL 2K, not NBA 2K, but NFL 2K, right? I heard you breathing. I heard you breathing.
Well, I always get these questions.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, no, I know, but I have a few ways that I'm gonna throw this at you in a different way. Now, a friend of mine is currently trying to work on an arcade style like NFL game, and he spoke to me personally and said that he was making a little headway on it. And in my mind, I was like, how in the hell is that possible? He was making headway on it from what he told me, and I was like, okay, well, based on that, let me just throw the question out there. Like, how realistic is it that NFL 2K could have some sort of future going forward? I don't care if it's 5 years from now, whatever. But based on, business and just driving and fan requests for those and questions that you always get, how realistic are we talking NFL 2K possibly returning?
Well, I mean, a lot of it obviously has to do with the NFL deal, right? That property is really, really strong. So you can't really ship a game that does not include it. It cannot not be NFL 2K, right? It can't
Right.
just be a 2K football game. And so, until that opportunity to renew and get back into that contract and into that area comes back up, it's not quite realistic,
Got you.
to consider it. However, as they project, I'm not the accountant, so I don't really know, I don't really know what they're looking at. But it's there's still a ton of passion, ton of love for the NFL here. We would gladly jump back into that fray and do things, but it's got to be the right fit for us. It's got to be the right fit for the league, and we got to do it right. I mean, there's no point in coming out and try to do something and then not be able to do it the right way.
Absolutely. Now, I'm so glad you said that because, yo, Bob, I'm sorry, Rob. My bad. I call you Bob Rob sometimes all the time. But Rob, I was playing ESPN NFL 2K5 2 nights ago on my big projector and stuff like that, man, at the house. And I love you guys, man. I just wanted to tell you that I love you guys. I still feel the passion in that game. Like you
Yep.
know what I'm saying? Like I still feel it. So one thing I wanted to ask you is because that game was a game that came out under the 2K Sports brand and everything like that, do you guys have the rights to re-release that product just with like let's say you did an HD remaster of that game? Is that something that could happen that won't conflict with this EA Sports deal, considering that's a game that's already out, that's been released, and blah blah blah? The reason why I'm asking is because in other conversations that I had, people told me that even if they remastered 2K5, they would buy it as if it was a new title. This is what I was
That'd be
told.
awesome.
So I wanted to ask you, is that something realistically that can be done that won't interfere contractually with what EA Sports did years ago when they secured that deal? Can you do that?
You know what? Again, I'm a little bit out of my waters here in terms of the legal thing, but if I remember well, our rights on certain things expire after a while. So, it'd be kind of tough. And that's me just off the top of my head thinking
Okay.
about it. But it would be an answer that I have to go somewhere else and get.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
I felt like that was a reasonable question. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because the game is already out. I played it the other day. It's, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't tied to that deal before. That's why I brought
Well,
that
no,
up.
it has more to do with the fact that you're going out and you're going out and selling it again as a remaster. And that changes things, and then obviously
Oh.
there's a conflict there immediately.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
All right, but that's
So
great information to know. So I'm on to the sixth question. We almost done. We more than halfway done. So we about to get through this. Now, the next thing is, what's the hardest part of the development process bringing this level of quality each year to NBA 2K series? And the reason why I say that, and because don't get me wrong, I love EA Sports. I like Madden, but I feel like every year Madden isn't always great. Like in terms of the step ups. Like some years it's like wow, and then some years like then little jump. Like, but
right.
with NBA 2K, you guys manage to make big jumps each year. I mean, not no little petty BS jumps. I mean, like you guys do stuff where it's like how many people do y'all got working on this? Like, or what are y'all doing? Like for real, is that impressive? So I just want to know what's the hardest part of the development process, because it's just overwhelmingly incredible that you guys deliver the way you guys deliver, and I'm just very honored and happy to say that to you.
Well, thank you. The hardest thing is time and how it slips through your fingers so quick. The ambition to be greater than we are is a lot of times bigger than that time limit that we have. So I think that this company, unlike many others that I've been at, just aims high every year. I mean, they aim higher than than it's crazy how high they aim for every single release. And then you try to hit that level, and sometimes most of the times we hit it, sometimes we exceed it, and that's when when people are just like, whoa, right? And then sometimes you fall just a little bit short, but you don't stop aiming for it, and
Right.
that's the important part. And because of the ambition and because of the lofty goals that we have every single year, it puts a lot of strain on delivery, and you couldn't do that without a team of passionate people who are really behind the NBA and the graphics and the audio and the story and everything that we've ever done here. Without each component being super passionate and put in the ridiculous amounts of work that they put into it, we couldn't achieve what we do. And our leaders, the people who sit there at the top and kind of set forth the direction, the course that we're going to go,
Right.
they don't look like, oh, we were good last year, right? They look like, man, we were good last year and we got to be way better
Better
next
next
year in
year.
order to stay where we are. And like I said, it can be a tall order sometimes.
Wow, that's yo. I love talking to you because the way you break it down, you make the community understand more, and that's what we love. Now, my next question is this, right? Now, 2K Sports, back in the day, you guys attempted a boxing game, the Don King joint. Now, it wasn't the best, man. I'm be honest, like that, it was not the best showing of a boxing game, but I wanted to say this, knowing where 2K has come to this point, just as a sports franchise brand, you guys can do anything. Period. I believe in you. You guys can do anything with any franchise. I truly believe that. So what I want to say is this. EA Sports, they did great with Fight Night Champions. We haven't seen it. It doesn't seem like they're going to make it. I don't know what's going on. But it's one of the biggest fan requested games to come back to our gaming industry. Period. And I feel 2K has the biggest opportunity right now to swoop in and take over boxing. And I really feel that you guys should do this. Have you guys had any conversations about entering the boxing space once again, but with better knowledge and better understanding on how to really do it in a way where, just like how you dominate in NBA, you can also dominate in boxing? Have those conversations come up? Will we ever see a 2K boxing game again?